All right, guys. We are back on the mic. It's been a few weeks. And I'm a little rusty at this, but I'm excited to be recording again. I am moved. And I'm trying to figure out my best setup in my new place. So I might need to fiddle with some of the settings here. But hang on one second. Okay, just had to double check something. So just because I haven't been recording doesn't mean I haven't been working. I have been working, and I've been doing quite a bit here. And actually, well, as you can see, I have a tree now. Got a plant. I've been fooling around with this. That's just for potential decoration. I'm not really sure. I kind of like it like that, actually. I don't know. Let's go to sleep. When we wake up, I'll show you all my new stuff. Oh yeah, I decorated all of this. There's a lot to see. There's a lot to see. As you can see, I'm on day 811, which is wild. I don't even remember what day it was when I last recorded, but I do recall that we hatched some turtles, and that was sort of the last event. So let's hit the hay. And when we wake up, I'll show you around, and we're gonna go on an adventure today. So, in anticipation of our adventure, I think I'm gonna take this with me. That's not what I wanted to do. Okay. Let's head back here. I've been doing a lot of building, and I'm sick of it, so I'm excited to do an adventure. All right, moved the little farm down here and expanded our patio, added some decor. This is the exact same thing that was up here. I automated our pumpkin and melons. I don't know if I love this. Like, it works, as you can see, and I have it set up to put in another row. But I don't know. I kind of liked it when it just looked like they're just like pumpkins and melons growing. It's fine for now. I vastly expanded our stable area here. So let's go through the front. Let's see. This is all still the same. I added these things, these lanterns. Otherwise, it's still the same. So now we have much larger area for the horsies to frolic. And I put this sort of stable type thing in back here. It's not fully decorated, but it's fine. Spots is here. Orphan cow is here. Random other horses are here. Skeleton horse is here. Now you may be asking, where's Sebastian? Oh yeah, Billy's over here somewhere. We don't care about this old man though. That's a lie. He was my first horse, but he's very slow. We're all about utility here, right? Like George Orwell said. Just kidding. I did not make Sebastian into glue. I accidentally rode him off the side of a ravine and he perished. So that's very sad and I'm not happy about it. However, I guess we're just gonna have to get another horse that we like. I spent quite a while on this baby. It does look a little plain Jane, right? I can probably put some decorations around the output here, but it's getting the job done. I like our little wildflower scenario, and this is an automated bee farm. Now, I will say this. These are observers up here. I've seen different models that use observers. Some use comparators. I did have comparators in here to start, and I don't know how comparators work. I will say this, though. The observers also don't seem to work. So we do have some honeycomb coming in there, but what you have to do is flip the switch off and on, and whatever's there should have popped out. I just did it before, so it's not too full, but you can see we got a couple coming in through the hoppers, and then the minecart grabs whatever's left here. So it's a work in progress, but I overall really like this look. And the reason I felt compelled to do a bee farm here, where we used to just have some trees with the bee nests, was for another build that I've been working on that we are going to see, and that's going to sort of set us off on our adventure. But in the meantime, oh, and by the way, this was already here. This sort of walk down into the mines, and I just made it look like a real thing. The stairs were already in here. I just sort of connected it into the rest of the grounds, right, with this path. Let's keep going. I added all the paths in, so that's new. I did a little redesign here and a little redesign here. I just sort of spaced all these trees out a little more evenly. The wheat fields were here already, but added a little decoration, made it just look, I think, a little bit nicer. And I don't think we really did anything too much down here. Oh, I edited this a little. I thought that this platform was like way too big. And so I sort of threw in, I just did this yesterday, I think. So I'm not sure how much I like this just yet, but we'll see. What I have been doing is thinking, in addition to building, is thinking a lot about sort of, I don't know if you guys can hear that, that's the cat food, the lore of this world, and this kind of plays into it. And I think I am going to sort of fiddle with the configuration here, but in case you can't tell, it's sort of meant to be the remnants of a crumbled structure, long since gone. And I put in all these paths over here, which I think really makes the village look nice. I'm still not done with it. You can see we still have some unfinished buildings over there, but I think that's next on my to-do list. And you know, I still want to add paths in all around here. I put some fences in. Well, that fence was there already. But these guys are chilling. These guys are stuck. These are the dumbest. I don't understand how they keep getting stuck in there, but stuck they are. So I tried to give the shepherd a sheep, and he got stuck in his own fence. So I think in terms of the village, the next thing to do is move these couple of houses. Like, I think I'm going to pop that up over there and maybe make the rest of them kind of swoop down around here and cut this off. But we'll see. That's a problem for some other day. Somebody's happy in here, so whatever. Okay. I don't think there's anything over here. This is all pretty much the same. Let's see. I think the cobblestone roads well, this cobblestone was already here, but it came out pretty nice. I added a new thing because we were just lousy with enchanted books. But you will see there's a couple of holes here in my enchanted book collection. And I'll show you the reason for that in a minute, because it's all going to come together when we go on our adventure. So that's this. I really like how the cobblestone roads, I think, make a big difference in the village. And just a couple little things, you know, like adding the fences here. And again, there's still plenty of room to decorate. Like, there's a lot of open space that could probably use some attention, but little by little, I moved this over by 2 blocks. To appreciate my design instincts, please. Little by little, you know, we are making the world a little more immersive. Like, I want to do something more. Obviously, I want to add in this. I'm running low on cobblestone, though. That's part of the problem here. That's part of our adventures of the day. And I started to add like a sort of a support, the idea of a support that might go diagonal. I didn't get to it. I'll get there eventually. We already had our lava farm. That's not new. I did sort of obscure the entry here. I wanted to make this look a little more natural, because it was just sort of like a line, right? So now it looks like a little more like an actual hidden entrance to our clay farm / mud farm. And our prolific sugarcane and bamboo farm. Tons of sugarcane in there, but wait till you see, people. Look at all those blocks of bamboo. I think I traded a bunch of my sticks. There was like 3 stacks of sticks. There's paper galore. This is one of my best redstone efforts, and just in terms of output for sure. And I gotta keep constantly trimming this away, but that's fine. I use a lot of this stuff, so I don't mind that it gets a little overgrown, you know? Always just come in here and grab some. And again, I sort of started with this lore idea when I said, okay, what if this is all sort of built around and on top of and in front of whatever the last civilization left behind. And you can kind of see I kind of went for that with the rusty pipes, or at least the concept of something that was there that was once a functioning, you know, plumbing sewer system of some kind before we got here. So yeah, let's pop back up here, then we'll go down to Turtle Bay. And then we'll head off and see the next part and get ready for our adventure, because like I said, I'm sick of building. I don't want to build anymore. At least for the next like 2 hours. When I crawl into bed, I will probably take my Switch with me and build more, but that's okay. I need to recenter this pool because with the bigger porch, I don't think it's quite where I want it to be, but the house is pretty much the same. I showed you the change to the upstairs. It's just more, like I said, just little by little, getting a little more filled in, a little more lived in, right? Am I on easy or peaceful? Peaceful. Cool, let's stay there for the tour, and then we'll pop it to easy when we set out. Turtle Bay, as much as you left it. Let's hop down into this water. Because while Turtle Bay itself... This is really loud. My TV is really loud. While Turtle Bay itself, the look of it hasn't changed. There has been some improvements, which we're about to discover here. Well, hopefully, if we can get there. So as you can see, I've been constantly breeding the turtles. We've got some eggs going here. Do I have any babies? I got 2 babies in there waiting to grow up. We have how many scoots, which will tell us how many babies have grown thus far. Let's see. 12. All right, so we have 12 adult turtles around here somewhere. And we can't see any, but they're around. They are here somewhere. The first 3 that we got at the end of the last episode that I posted, which was already like 2-3 weeks ago, I named them Duck, Duck, and Goose. And one of the ducks and goose have fled. I don't know where they are. They could be like over here somewhere. I haven't found them. One duck remains to us, or at least she tends to hang out around this area. And it's curious to me, and maybe someone can answer this question. It's curious to me that they don't hang out on the beach. Like, they were all born here. And there's sand here. But they all... It's going to be probably dark since I don't actually have my turtle helmet on. Is this duck? Let's see. Is it you, duck, or are you just one of duck's progeny? Ow. Okay, I thought the turtle bit me for some reason. I got really used to having that turtle helmet too. So I've become like inept at swimming without it. And turtles in here? I don't know where these guys get to, I swear to God. There should be 12 freaking turtles in Turtle Bay. At least we know there's one. Can we spot any in here? Well, they're around here somewhere. And we're about to have like 5 more. And then I think we're good on turtles. Unless they all disappear. Like, I don't even know where they are. It's fine, though. Let's head back up via the dock here. And I have been back to the island hut, as you can see, since I have one of the island hut boats. And what else? Anything in here? There's tons of fish. Doing my usual amount of fishing. That's pretty much all the upgrades I think that I've worked on just at this home base. But I'm really happy. I'm really happy with it, especially, you know, I've been just kind of building and also playing with this screen like 4 inches from my face as I'm building because I just like sit on my couch or lay in bed. And now that I'm filming again, I'm back on the TV, which is nice. It gives it a nice bigger view, you know, it gives you a bigger perspective of how everything's coming together. So I'm pleased with that. Yeah, and I showed you guys up here already. Just some little decorations. Nothing, you know, nothing's too interesting here. Just messing around with some stuff. I think I forgot what was over here, but now it's just kind of like a windowsill. Looks pretty good if you ask me. For being like next to nothing and like leftover building materials. I just kind of threw on the wall. So for our adventure today, as you can see, I have almost no armor on. Let's just take this off. And my shield's about to go, so that's bad. Let's put this stuff in here and put our fancy pants armor on. And let's put these vines away in here. I don't think I will need my scaffolding, so let's leave it. I'll bring the bucket, I'll bring this map, I'll bring this axe, even though I don't think it's going to be a big part of the day. Let's get our diamond armor and see what other supplies we have. Is this all enchanted? Right. Fire protection, aqua affinity on breaking. That's good. Protection on breaking. Projectile protection on breaking. I haven't actually worn this armor. I've just been wearing junk armor to run around and build stuff. Now I'm going to bring this with me too. Here's what I wanted to show you guys. This puppy. This is a clue as to where our adventures may be taking us today. So I got this trident. Well, I had this trident. I got another trident. It's around here somewhere. And enchanted it up, which is why I only have 7 levels. And it's got Riptide on it, which I was messing with yesterday, and it's really cool. And let's bring my extra shield. My fortune pick is looking very sad. Does this have fortune on it? Let's bring this. And I'll grab a silk. Do I need a silk touch? I must have fished this bow up too at some point. Flame power punch mending. You know what? Let's bring this one. Do I need this? I'm going to bring an extra sword and not the bow. I think that makes the most sense. And should I grab I don't think I need a bundle. Let's set out. So I'm going to take you guys as a place we've been before. And I mentioned in some previous video that I had sort of an idea of what I wanted to do there. And then my idea spiraled into like a kaleidoscope of ideas that resulted in, I think, something that's turned out pretty cool. So let's grab this and head over. All right. This may look familiar to anybody who's watched a couple of my videos. So sort of like the northernmost point of the continent. I do want to jump through this nether portal at some point. I have plans for that too. But as we run the corner here, you guys tell me what you think about all this building that I've done. I think it came out pretty cool. Now, you might remember I had a couple like little huts sitting down here and some vague idea that I wanted to do something up that hill. And I've done it. Let's park the boat. And I'll show you guys what's going on over here. So, there's some lore in my head about this too, and I'll get back to it in a second. Let's take a look. This is a little. The idea here is that this is, or was once, a prosperous fishing town. So we've got our docks here. We've got our sort of breakers to keep the. I don't know if I like the moss carpets there, but I'll fiddle with that later. On another day, with like a little horse hitch, somewhere to dock boats. You know, this is a place for commerce, right? And I really like this design, and it mimics this design, and you might be able to tell that like these are all sort of echoes of the same design, which is built over this thing, this ocean, whatever it's called. We'll go down there in a second. So I think this was, in my head, this was like once a prosperous fishing village. And then these guys, meaning you, this fisherman master, and there's a couple more guys up here, kind of happened upon it and decided to move in and restore it to its former glory. Here's the other fisherman. And these guys just had a baby, but I don't know where it went. Which is kind of creepy. But all right, I'm losing my train of thought on the tour here. So we've got some sort of kind of dilapidated, not the nicest buildings. They're sort of patched up, right? And there's room to grow here. We have a double house here. These guys don't read too much. They're too busy fishing. Right, that's the same as that. This is where the other fisher guy lives. I tried to get him to be a farmer, but he wanted to be a fisher. He saw that barrel and fell in love. And I don't think there's anybody in here. I wonder where that child is, though. He really just scampered off. I saw his birth. I was there, and then where I don't know where it could be at this point. But I think this turned out pretty cool considering how it looked before, which was just like a stone. Like this was just kind of all stone and that was it. So we put in just like a little tight little village up here. Not too many houses. This is again to give the idea of some element of grandeur that once existed that no longer exists. And there's room to expand too if we ever wanted to. But I kind of like the way this looks right now. And since these people are fisher people, but they obviously can't subsist just on the bounties of the ocean, put in a little carrot farm for them and some little livestock here, but they're embarrassed, right? They don't like to admit that they need chicken eggs and cow milk and whatever else. So they hide that in the back. Anybody who sails up to the front is not going to see the cows. Now here, if we look back down, I think this just looks really cool. Back down at the, I don't know what this is called. It's not an ocean monument, but it's something like that. And this was just here. Like, I didn't build this. This already existed, and that sort of gave me the idea for what I wanted to do. And what we're going to do is make this into a Nautilus house. And let me put my turtle helmet on. That might help. So if we go down here, I just did a little bit of patchwork in here. This is just the same shape as how it generated. There's all kinds of fish in here. But I just kind of filled in the gaps, and hopefully, you know, once we put some nautilus in here, they'll be nice and cozy and comfy and won't be able to escape. This is really just, this is what it was before. I didn't do too much down here. I did put the store in. Let's try to Riptide. That's so cool. I can't go that way. Oh yeah, this building is supposed to be like, it says fishery. There are fish in there. I think there's definitely room to do some more with the, in terms of fish and decor around here, but we'll get there when we get there. There was a fish in here. Oh, there's one. Dumped 2 of my buckets of cod. Then like some crab traps and, you know, people to lay their fishing lines out here. You know, they're available for them. It looks pretty cool if you ask me. And in here we have plenty of stuff for nautilus riding. I think that's just miscellaneous stuff I fished out. Where is your child? And in here we have 15 pufferfish ought to do it. All right, but there's more. So here's my lore. This guy and the other one, right? They fled the zombie cult that we know is plaguing other parts of this world. And they were saved by a brave nautilus. And so they decided that when in refurbishing this town, they were going to dedicate their admiration to the brave nautilus who saved them from their shipwreck or whatever the fuck. So they built this sort of nautilus enclosure slash, I don't know, something. A place for them to live as a way to say thanks. Thanks for saving me. Oh, you just spawned literally out of nowhere. That's so weird. I've never seen it happen that close before. Do you like potatoes? No. And they happened upon this temple. Now, this temple was already here. It's an old temple. But they decided it was the perfect spot. I want to put some pufferfish in there, but I need a bucket of pufferfish. Clearly, this was a holy ground to worship the all-giving nautili. So there's not too much in here now. I had this idea of putting like nautilus armor up here, but I don't know how to do that. I don't think it's possible. So it's just like a little peaceful zen temple dedicated to the sea and theoretically to the nautilus. And you can see here sort of, again, some sort of crumbled structure, the remnants of a house or something that's kind of been worn away. And oh, what is this odd patch of moss and lush grasses? I don't know. I'll tell you guys, I'm too stoked on it. Because the monks who used to tend to this fountain here, whatever it is, had a secret. And by the way, I did have this whole redstone set up where you could like hit a button here and it would go shoot, 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 shoot. And I didn't like the way it looked. So I undid the swooping. What's down here? A secret cellar. Because our monks are getting drunk. There's probably some real old wine in here. I'm drinking the cheapest red wine tonight. But I don't mind, I chilled it. Sometimes you want a chilled red wine. And I thought this was a cute little detail. They have their little cups. So the monks or the priests or priestesses or whatever, whomsoever tended this space before our current 2 fisher guys showed up, had a little secret cellar. But is that the only secret? I don't know, because look, oh my gosh, a cave-in. That's kind of crazy. There's just all this debris and rubble here. Except, is that all? I'm so obsessed with those redstone doors. It's so cool. Where could this lead? Where could we be going? I don't know. Just all the way down here to a dope-ass cavern. And I did explore down here a little bit. I lit a lot of it up. but there's tons still to check out. As you can see, I didn't mine out a ton or really do too much other than sort of light up the immediate area. But there's a whole bunch down here. This is not our adventure today. But there's tons to see. And I kind of like that, like this looks like it could have been an arena, like this circle area right here in particular of some kind. And of course it goes even further down into the depths. So very cool spot for us to check out in the future, but we're not going today. Today we are going to scope out the seas, as you may have guessed from my trident here. So this took so long, you guys. And the whole reveal was like 30 seconds long, but that's okay. I don't care. I think it came out so cool. And I think it's just really adding to the sort of storytelling that I admire about other people's, you know, sort of ability to use this game. And you know what I couldn't figure out that's kind of bugging me is that all these buttons, which are supposed to be like little stones in this context, are all facing the same way, and I can't figure out how to reorient them on my Switch. But you can kind of see also back here in the, you know, there's like a different stones and things back here that show that there was a cave in that is growing over and long since gone. And why this button still works beats me, but it does. But the monks would never get this far, right? They would just be like, oh my god, a cave in? We don't care. There's booze right here in the cellar. The monks never got past this door. They were never curious enough to go poking around in the rubble. They were happily drinking their wines here in the cellar. So I thought that was pretty cool little secret. And again, it gives us a door into another adventure for another day. Do I want to take a nap? I wonder where the child is. I watched these people have a child. I know it exists. It's in here just farming supplies, yeah. Yep, there's you. I wonder if it just like ran away. Just immediately runs away from home 1 minute after birth. That's kind of hilarious because there's really nowhere else it could be. It's not in here. Well, maybe I'll have another one. That would be helpful. And somebody needs to farm. Somebody needs to tend the farm, and it's not these two. I can't imagine where this kid ran off to. But I do really like how all of this came out, if we're being honest with each other here. I'm pretty stoked on it. I think it looks cool. And can certainly be added to over time and, you know, as we develop more of the story. And by the way, I wrote up a whole backstory for this world on the couple of weeks that I've been not filming. And I have an idea of, I just fell into the lagoon here, of how this lady, here I am with my turtle hat, oh my god, how I fit into the whole story too, and sort of why there's all these ruins and what went down. How I incorporate that into these videos, I'm not sure yet. But I think we should go find a Nautilus and set sail. Because I do want to find an actual ocean monument. Is this called an ocean ruin down here? And I have some plans of what to do with this little outcrop too, but that's another story for another day. Oh, here we go. You ready? Shall you be my first friend? Dude, I only have so many of these. Oh, okay, cool. Now we're friends. Should have brought that saddle with me. Let's go get it and let's go get the armor. If I can get up. There's ladders on the other side. Oh my god, let me just use the ladders. Ridiculous. Okay. I'm still not good at this game, guys. I just spent like 3 weeks of my real life building this whole thing. All right, let's get a saddle. Let's get a armor, and let's think of a name while we're adventuring. Let's put the rest of these puffer foot. You know, I'm going to bring them just in case we spot another one. So, which means I should bring a lead with me. Let's bring 2 just in case. All right, where's our new friend? Seems to be the guy, right? I lost sight of him. There you are. You're my pal. Unless you're not my pal, where's my pal? Where'd he go? He hops off for like 2 seconds. Where is he? There we go. I knew it was you. Can I freaking ride you, please? Okay. Okay, so... And... Alright. My bubbles aren't going down, so that's good. Were you also my friend? Well, I know this one's my friend. And he's got the armor. So I think... let's head north. Because that's where the most ocean is, right? Let's kind of breach the surface here and get our bearings. Oh, we're far. So I should be heading roughly this way, I think. It's kind of cool to be down here. Little ocean ravine. But what I'm really looking for is an ocean temple, whatever it's called. What's it called? I forget. You guys know what I mean with all the bad guys in it, though. That's gonna be, I think... Can I jump on this? B is dismount. Oh, look! A shipwreck. Let's check it out. More Nautiluses. Have I been to this shipwreck before? Gravel. I don't see a way in. Was there like just nothing here? Things are hard to steer. I'm learning. Is this dolphin just like messing with me? Rude. Let's go and grab some of this spruce. Yeah, I know. Dolphins are jerks sometimes, man. Just need to be able to see what I'm doing. I don't see anything. Unless there's like a secret compartment in here that I am missing. There's like literally nothing in here. Oh, here's a chest. Cool. Okay, that was well worth it. Where's my pal? Buddy, where'd you go? I didn't mean to break all that kelp either, but I guess I did. Might as well grab it. Right? Should I bother taking any more of this apart? I guess I could just remember that it's here, but now I'm not sure which direction we should be heading. Which way's north? Are we back on this map yet? Not quite. Where's the sun? So if that's the west, then this is pretty much north. That was pretty dope. Coast armor trim. And we're on the map, so now we won't get lost. And while we're down here, we might as well kind of aim to fill in our map. As you guys know, I die all the time. And I remade this map, my kind of starter map of the starter square where we spawned so many times, and I got so sick of doing it that I just left it partially blank after like the 10th time. I just couldn't. I couldn't do it again. But now we're getting a different perspective. We're gonna see it from under the waves, so. I guess I could offhand this. I feel like I'm doing this wrong. Like, I feel like I'm riding this thing incorrectly. Like, it's never quite going where I want it to go. We will have to think of a good name for our friend here, though. And there are some Nautiluses everywhere, so you guys might remember towards the end of, if anybody watched it, I think like 4 people did. Towards the end of the last, I guess we'll call it the first season of the show, which by the way is called Playing Minecraft Badly, which is what I do. It's what I continuously do. It just keeps growing up. But I saw a zombie, like a drown on a zombie Nautilus. And even though I had like shit armor, no weapons, whatever, I got so excited that I like jumped after it to try to kill the drowned, and the drowned killed me. Unsurprisingly. So, oh, I'm still on peaceful, but you know what? Let's stay on peaceful. I'm in a peaceful kind of mood, to be honest with you. I don't feel the need to get aggressive today. This is some kind of land mass. Oh, and I meant to grab treasure maps too, but I didn't. That's okay though. We can always go back for a second round of aquatic exploration. Let's go this way. I keep going the wrong direction. It's quite confusing down here, isn't it? Also, I don't know how to steer this thing, as I've said 4 times. Yet he's proving, or she's proving, to be a stalwart friend. Doesn't have a lot of life. But that's okay. We're not getting into any tussles today. We're peaceful today. This is pretty cool. Thinking about the ancient civilization lore in my head. So we started out strong here, too. With that shipwreck that seemed to have nothing and then had armor trim. So hopefully we can find some more cool things that will make this adventure feel fun. But I know there's got to be an ocean temple or whatever what is it called, you guys? You know what I'm talking about though, with the sponges, etc. And of course, I've been doing so much building that I'm out of nether quartz. I feel like my aspect ratio on my television's messed up. Like, not enough for me to stop what I'm doing and try to fix it, but... It also took me like 40 minutes to get my Switch configured. I did just move. Like, I've been moved in for about 2 weeks, but I still have a handful of boxes to unpack, like 3. I did 2 today, and the 2 were filled with TV stuff. Because it wasn't really... I don't watch TV, really. And getting my filming stuff set up wasn't like my #1 priority in moving in. So I did that today, and can I tell you, I was like unplugging and plugging stuff back in. I could not get the capture card going. And I realized it's because I had like input and output plugged into the wrong things after like 40 minutes, and then I had to take a break out of frustration and watch like, I don't know, I watched something on YouTube. But we got it going. Another friend? Hello. Those friends. Dos amigos. Hello. See, I can't see this map either. That's why I think my aspect ratio is off. But it's okay. We're more or less going in an unexplored direction. That's good enough for me for now. I think it's just when we're under the water that I can't see it. Like on the screen. That's odd. That's so strange. Well, whatever. Still no ocean ruins or other shipwrecks. I guess I don't really need the shield either since there's no bad guys, but... Oh, that's deep. That's kind of freaking me out, honestly. I don't know, you guys. I thought for sure we'd be stumbling upon riches galore. But we don't seem to be finding too much. Yeah, that map does zoom back out again. Let's go this way. Just head into this way direction. I wonder why that is. Hmm. How many variants are there of this, of the Nautilus? Because I know there's, you know, the normal one that we have here. And there's like a zombie. I've seen the zombie, but I think there's two others. There's at least one other, I think. I'm not sure. It's much nicer down here when the sun's out. It's so dark when the sun is down. Oh boy. It's really just nothing but a bunch of freaking kelp though, huh? I wonder, can shipwrecks spawn down this low? I don't see why they couldn't, I guess. Like down in a trench? I have to admit though, you guys, in real life, I am not a fan of the ocean. Is that redstone? Yeah. Like, that's not true. I like the beach. I would like to go in the ocean up to like my mid-thigh. Is that a baby? That's so cute. Hi, cute. But like the depths, I miss me with the depths. I'm not here for sea monsters. I'm not here for crushing darkness. No, thank you. You won't catch me on a cruise. Like, no, 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 no. Must be in sight of land at all times. I must be in like waiting depth and no more. What is this? Can someone explain this? I don't even know what could this mean? How can there be a waterfall under the ocean? Is there something up, like what's at the top? Nothing. Huh. Anyway, somebody please explain that because I am at a loss. Is this a different shipwreck or has to be a different shipwreck? We're like so far away from the first shipwreck. Oh yeah, this is way different. All right, okay, all right. We found some stuff. Let's see what we got. I probably should have brought my other axe with me too, but whatever. We can always make another axe. Is there anything happening here? There's a guy. Let's break this though too. Oh, this was the mast, I guess. See if there's like anything underneath here. It's really dope that you can breathe underwater with these guys. That's so helpful. Like my turtle helmet is also extremely helpful and I love it. You know, I'll take it. Is this a treasure map? Cool. Think there's anything else to find? I do have stuff to make a conduit, though. I have been doing my research on these whatever. The scary ones. And, you know, I know that they say the conduits are quite helpful, and I, in fact, do have stuff from prior treasure hunts. That should allow us to make a conduit. Also, my prolific fishing. So that'll be helpful, but we're not going to do that today. Today we're just like getting back in the swing. Seeing what other treasures we can find, and we have to find an ocean monument anyway, first. Then we'll worry about conduits. All right, I think this one's cooked. I think we grabbed everything. Sometimes there's like secret rooms, I feel, though. Maybe not. Maybe I just love secrets. Yeah, this is just taking us outside. Okay. Oh! Where are we? Alright. I keep like losing track of myself. Okay. Let's surface so I can take a look at this again. Where are we? Let's go this way. There's really just a whole lot of nothing down here, isn't there? I don't know, you'd think there'd be more stuff. I feel like we've got to happen upon something cool. Sooner or later. It's real spooky down here, too. Also, I keep waiting for like a giant shark or something to jump out at me and like it's one of those irrational fears. Like I said, I don't I don't like the deep sea. Even like sometimes when I'm in the swimming pool, I know there's no sharks in the swimming pool, but sometimes just like being in the deep end of a swimming pool, you get that like primal reaction where you're like waiting for something to come out from under, and it's like I'm literally in like a chlorinated swimming pool in my parents' backyard. Like there's nothing in here. Like maybe a frog. I might literally like seriously like a giant monster just like zoomed out of the depths. Even in a video game, I would cry. I would cry. I'd still post it on YouTube. People post videos of themselves crying all the time. I would just join the ranks. Except this would be because a video game monster in a children's game frightened me. But hey, we all have our things, you know? Oh boy. Let's head for our island hut. Take a break above the waves. This was a cute little starter base. Tell you what. Let's just leave you here. For the time being, get our bearings. Also, I have to pee. So that's really why I'm doing this. Also, I was getting like dizzy down there. There's just like nothing to distinguish anything from anything else. Oh, good, I left the front door unlocked. Hey, llama. I thought there would be more whimsy under the sea there. Come on. Hey. I'm sure there is, and we're just looking in the complete wrong places. All right, well, that was something. Can you not fit in there? Oh, that's annoying. Okay, let's go the other way then. How do I go straight down? All right, that's up. I'm gonna go down. These things are confusing. Come on. Down. Okay. Okay. So this is your house now. Enjoy. I'll try to think of a name for you. Zap. You know what? I hate this. Go away. That's pretty much all I have to say about that. Oh man. Home sweet home. I will say it does look pretty good. It looks pretty cool. Pretty cool. All right, guys, let's call it a day. Let's go gaze up at our lands from the balcony and call it a day. Well, this was fun. I'm really happy to be back on the mic. I'm really happy to show you guys what I've been working on. Not too much excitement today, but who needs excitement? Sometimes you just gotta chill. We're having a chill Sunday. And gazing upon our kingdom here, which is coming along nicely. So on that note, your girl's going to sleep. Well, meaning me, I don't know what she's gonna do. She's just gonna exist until I come back. But she's gonna exist with a cool hat, and really, that counts for something, I think. So I'll see you guys later, and thanks for watching. And this is playing Minecraft badly, which is clearly what we've just been doing for like 2 hours. So I'll catch you guys next time. Bye. You want to know what? I said we were going to have an adventure. And I think that's what we're going to do. Let's go. Stock up here. Make sure we have everything we need. Oh, I went fishing. In the interim, by the way. Let's make a conduit. Now I only know how to make this because I looked it up. The heart of the sea. We've got an abundance of shelves somewhere. And can we make it? There it is. One conduit. Okay, Orphan Cal, your time has come. Okay, you guys, I have my food. I guess I don't need those torches, but whatever. A milk bucket, my diamond helmet, my backup shield, a conduit, my pickaxe, my dope ass trident, and a couple of swords. Y'all ready for this? Am I? I don't know. I used chunk base. I found a nearby ocean thing, and we're gonna go there right now, and we are gonna dominate. Let's do it. All right. Well, we need the prismarine. Okay, guys, I think I've done it. I've got the conduit set up. So let's hop in there. I don't know if we're ready, but we're gonna find out. At least the conduit's there, right? I can find the entrance down here. Oh, you can see the conduit is activated in the corner. Okay, I'm nervous. I guess we don't need my turtle helmet anymore, so let's put the diamond helmet on. But we have it just in case. As you can see, it took me mining quite a bit. That's pretty cool. Alright, we've got food, we've got weaponry, we've got God knows what else. Let's start exploring. I know there's 3 guardians and we're gonna kill them. But we gotta keep our eyes out for the other ones, the small ones. Okay, nothing here. I don't even know what that means, but okay. Unlocking achievements left and right. That's pretty cool. Alright, I don't see anything too threatening right here. That drown was... seemed to be the biggest thing. Okay, there's a room up here. Let's check this out. Lots of rooms up here. We've got to be careful. Man, that conduit is so helpful. I don't see anybody in here. Dark prismarine. I don't want to loot this until we have the Elder Guardians dispatched. I don't see anything up here. I mean, I guess I might as well grab this, right? Oh, there's some gold. Okay. That's one of the main things in here that we want. I'm honestly more interested in these blocks though, and I want to come back with my silk touch. You know, to grab all this other stuff. And I've heard that there could be some sponges in here, which is not a block I've encountered before. But I've watched plenty of videos to mentally and emotionally prepare myself for this task. And so I'm aware of what we're meant to be looking out for here. The lack of bad guys is confusing me, but I'm also not gonna cry about it. I thought this was... I keep trying to have an adventure, but I just keep kind of missing it. I guess those gold blocks are good. Do these not spawn in? I mean, I'm playing easy, which is my usual way to play. Not that I'm like praying to encounter one of the big mean guys, you know, who wants to deal with a big mean fish? I don't. But I feel like they should be around here somewhere. My conduit's still going. I'm gonna eat a potato, a nice waterlogged potato. Yum. That's just outside, yeah. Just make sure to grab everything there is to grab here. And I know these things shoot lasers, so like I don't want to knock down too many sight lines here, you know? Like I want to be able to dodge in the event of a laser attack, but... Am I just running? Okay, looks like there might be another room up here. We've still got plenty of inventory space. I really just have no idea what the layout of this place is. This is wild. Oh, this looks promising. There looks like there should be a bad guy in here. And that's just outside. It's just the outside world. Oh, I've been in here already, haven't I? Well, this kind of feels unfair if there's no actual bad guys in here. Like, what's down here? Outside. I don't see why there wouldn't be, though. Like, how could there not be? Yep, we're at the roof. We're walking in circles. Bizarre, bizarre. It's down from here. Outside. This is the bottom. Okay, this is kind of a weird place to be. Yep, just more sand. It's also freaking me out that I've been underwater for this long. Kind of crazy to me. Like, this should be something. Sponge. Okay, what I want to do. At least there's a sponge room. Now we know where it is, and we can find it again. It's not a lot of sponges, but I will take it, but I'm coming back. I'm gonna get a hoe for this job. With some fortunes on it. But I do want to look up... Bear with me, hang on. Oh, okay, at least there's a bad guy to fight. And I did learn some information. Where'd this guy go? I can at least kill this one. What I learned is that if I, at some point, came near here and spawned the monument in whilst on peaceful mode, which I did. When I was looking for it, you know, I checked on chunk base to make sure it was, like, it was accurate. They just don't spawn in. They spawn with the monument, and because the monument spawned in on peaceful, they did not spawn with it. So, you know what that means is I'm not taking this lightly. I am gonna raid this entire place. Gladly. Because I want the building blocks. But we will be finding another monument somewhere else that has the bad guys in it, and we're gonna do it soon. Oh good, more sponge. Because that's just not fair. I didn't realize it spawned that way. But we have to at least kill some of those little guys. Because what's an adventure without murder? Riddle me that. We just came into these fish's house and stole their... We didn't even steal it, we're just knocking their house down. And they got mad at me. But too bad. It's good to know too. I don't really intend to use chunk base for a whole lot. I think it's much more fun to just explore and discover what's around on your own. But now that I know it works, I definitely am going to find another one and make sure that we can get in, you know, on the real action next time. And I have enough for one more conduit, and we have some treasure maps too. So I think that's definitely going to be on the agenda. All right. Can I kill you, sir? Would you mind terribly? He does mind. He does. Too bad. All right, let's scoop up what we got so far. And you know what? I really tried. I really tried, you know, to find a big bad guy to fight, and it backfired on me. Just because I'm a peaceable person. I like to be in peaceful mode. So, it's just not happening today, you guys, but we did find this ocean monument. We did find some sponges. I'm definitely coming back. And now I think we can be proud of this haul. I killed one thing with my trident, so you know what? It's not called playing Minecraft good. But that's good to know for the future that at least when it comes to these locations, you've got to be you've got to let it load on some mode that lets you fight. So let's see. I think I have to go this way, more or less. Because I want to kill the guy. I really wanted to. But I think we're just gonna have to be content with our. Maybe we're not ready for that. Maybe the Minecraft gods who haven't spoken to us in quite a while since I turned off their voice. Maybe they're telling me that I'm just not ready for it. I need to hone my skills. My armor still looks like it's in great shape. Can I find my way home? That's another question. Let's try like this way. I was gonna say this can't be my house. No, it's the other village. Oh, and by the way, hang on a second here. Just wait a second here. Just wait a second here. I was just hereabouts. Only yesterday. Here's all the turtles. Here they all are. Look at this. Turtles galore. I knew they were here. I don't know where Duck is. But I was like, where are these freaking guys? And here they are, majestically swimming under my dock. Soon to be joined by a good handful more. Duck, are you somewhere? Nope, these are all just all Duck's children. But I'm digging it. I love the abundance of turtles. Look, there's another. Duck. Could it be you? I don't know how this baby got out, but you're free. You can be free. Alright guys, so that was my best effort at having some sort of, you know, violent encounter today, and we killed one drown. And you want to know what? I'm okay with it. I'm okay with that because I've never been inside an ocean monument before. I've never built a conduit before. I had familiarized myself with all the different blocks and things that you got at these types of places, but I've never had them before. This is my first Minecraft world where I've ever achieved any of this. So I'm still pretty stoked on it, and I do think we will have plenty of opportunities to beat some fish up in the future. In fact, I'll make sure of it. I'll make sure of it. Okay, the doors are locked because we are not on peaceful. And you know what? We learned something. We learned something about how this game generates, which I didn't know before. So if you'll excuse me, I'm going to pop. This can be our ocean monument. No, that's my helmet. box for all our prismarines. I didn't need my milk because there were no elder guardians, but it's always useful to have. I have a bunch of diamonds, so I'm going to be extra. I'm gonna make myself a diamond hoe. I'm gonna go enchant it, and I'm gonna go back and get some sponges, but that sounds like even less of an adventure than what we just experienced. So I'm gonna do that off camera. And, you know, all that being said, I think we did a pretty damn good job today. And I'm excited to see what we do next here on Playing Minecraft Badly. Thank you for joining me. And I hope you, like and subscribe and leave me a comment and tune in for the next one, because as hapless as I am at this game, I still think we're having a pretty good time. So I will see you guys next time. And I'm going to go get some sponges. Bye.